Hi guys, it's Kian. So today we have my Volks order unboxing slash haul. I ordered a bunch of stuff from Volks when they had this after event or after party sale. And actually I mainly wanted this one jacket, but I added a bunch of other things to my cart to make the shipping more worth it. So let's see what we've gotten. So first of all, I want to say that the shipping box is really big. Like I only got 2 tops and some Faceup materials, so I felt like the packaging was a bit excessive. But yeah, so this is how everything came packaged. There was like an extra plastic wrapper, the 2 outfit sets that I got, and some Faceup materials. So we're gonna start with the clothing. The first is this turtleneck sweater set that I got. I already have a few turtleneck and in black for my dolls, which is why this wasn't something that I particularly needed to get. But since I was getting the mod sweater, which is the mod's coat, which is the next item that I'll unbox, I decided to get this turtleneck as well because of one feature, the zip. So I thought the zip would look really cool, like there's a certain kind of look that I think suits Pepper really well. So I really wanted to get it, but the material is a bit thinner than I expected and a bit more like a knit kind of fabric. So we'll see how that goes. I was hoping that it would be a bit thicker. This tiny little bag though is kind of cute. It's also stuffed with tissue, you know, like how human bags are stuffed with tissues in display at stalls. So I kept it in because it gives the bag a look that is full, but we'll see. So overall, I think as with most Volks things, the details are always really nice. So even though it's a bit expensive, I feel like it's quite worth it. So this is the mods jacket that I really wanted and what made me actually order from Volks. So look at it, look at it. When I first saw it, I thought like it would be perfect for Danny. Danny's my Volks Olivia who has a apocalyptic kind of style. More accurately, he lives in an apocalyptic world, so I really wanted this jacket for him. It's been very hard to find a jacket that's suitable. They tend to either be the wrong size like SD13 or they're just not the right vibe for his body, which is SD17 size. So when I saw this, I knew I had to get it, even though it was something like 80 USD for this set. There's some like ruffle, crinkle, creases thing at the back of the sleeves, which I think are kind of cool. All the details are really cool. Like the buttons, there are buttons on the sleeve. There are like, there's that waist tightening thing, and then there's this like tightening string at the hem as well. And then there's a zipper down the middle as well as working pockets. And then there's also a button at the top of the collar, which was a bit hard to open. And then my camera lost some footage, so this is where I got. But basically, the green inner padding thing, I don't really care much for because I think it doesn't really suit Danny, but I find it really cool that the button holes on it matches those on the coat, so you can wear them together as one piece. So the other part that I was really excited to buy was the pastels and the brush. The Zokimura brush. So pastels, I have a bunch of pastels for doing face-ups, but this is the first time that I actually got like a curated palette in a sense. So this is the Accents No. 2 visual palette, and I specifically chose this one because it has colors that are somewhat similar to the palette that I already have for my pastels, but there are enough colors to also fill in the gaps that I have. So next I have this Zokimura special brush. I got the ZM03, which is a specific size. It's somewhere in the middle. I think there's ZM1 to 5. And I got it because Genki Genki recommends it. She uses it for her face-ups. And I've been also trying to find a brush that works well. So I decided to just buy one to give it a try. So here's me trying to figure out how the pastels compare with my current bunch of pastels, and yes, I rearranged them to be in this container so that it's more easy to just pick up the pastels with my brush. So the first red is kind of like more pink and muted than my current red, and it's also like less orange than this like orangey pastel that I have, which I use sometimes for blush. So yeah, I was glad that I got similar but different colors because I didn't really want to duplicate whatever colors I already have, since pastels are kind of expensive to begin with. The Zouk one is kind of a bit cheaper actually, because this whole set is something like 8 USD, whereas my Schmick pastels are something like 5 Sing dollars. So close to like 3 or 4 USD for like one pastel stick. Granted, they're not the same size, but still. So purple, I only have one purple pastel, which is obviously not the same purple as the one in the Volks box. And then for the dark, like I don't think it's a black in the Volks pastel set, but I do have a true black and I have 3 greys, and they're not quite the same color. It looks a bit close here to the dark grey I have, but it is on paper actually, or on resin, it's actually lighter, because I feel like the payoff for the Volks pastels is a bit lighter than the Schmick. It's also harder to pick up with just a brush. You have to rub it onto paper before picking up the pastels. So that is that for the pastels. And for the brush, I decided to compare the size to my current brushes. So my current brushes, there are 2 that I use regularly for line work. And they are kind of different size in a sense. So this is the Zouk compared to them. And for the thinnest brush, it's actually a 0.0 size brush that I chopped off a lot of the hairs off of. So the size is not a true reflection of the brush's original size. It's the thinnest one that you can see here. So this is the one that I used for like many years until recently. And then sometime in 2022, when I was doing like a lot of Faceup commissions, I decided to buy another brush to replace this one, because I feel like this brush is getting old enough to the point where it's a bit hard to use. So I got this 50 brush from XDT. I bought it from, I think, Sunny's Wall on Taobao, if I'm not wrong. There are a few sizes. This is the one that I use. And now this is the Zouk brush compared to it. The brush at the moment is kind of like, has a kind of waxed feeling. It feels a bit more stiff than the brush that I'm using, but we'll see how it goes. So that's all for today's haul video. As usual, if you liked it, please like and subscribe. And you can also support me on Ko-fi to get early access to videos. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!